Hello students, welcome back to Science Online Classes. I am Jafar Basha, your science teacher. Dear students, today we are going to start a new lesson called Sustainable Management of Natural Resources. So in this lesson, before going to this lesson, we have to remind our previous classes. In the ninth standard, we already studied about the natural resources such as water, forest, living beings, as well as the forest products, wild animals, and then water resources. These are the things already we studied in our ninth standard. And how to conserve them, how we are using, how we are wasting, how we are polluting, all these things we studied. Also we studied about that how to use them. So here also we are going to study about the natural resources such as water, coal, petroleum, wildlife, forest, etc. So we are going to study how to use for a sustainable management and how to conserve them, how to protect these natural resources for our next generation. Understood? So we have to be studying that the natural resources are very important for us. These natural resources are renewable in our environment. Replenish means again and over again producing. But these natural resources are destroying, get polluting, get wasting by some of our human activities. We are only destroying our natural resources without knowing how much they are important in our life, what they are giving to us. So without knowing, so we are everything destroying. And maximally, most of the natural resources are in shortage for the using purpose. So that's why, for example, we can take an example of water. In that water, let's take an example of India's only. The most important project going on the water is the Ganga Clean project. Is it not? The Ganga Clean project is starts in 1985. This Ganga Clean project is again revised in 1914, and again it is revised in 1916. So like that one, so many times we are revising this Ganga Clean project. Every time, and we are sanctioning crores together. We can say multi-crore projects. Hundreds of crores, thousands of crores are alerting, giving to this project for the Ganga Clean project. What happened? Is it the Ganga clean? No. The Ganga water will not clean because we are destroying it. We are polluting it. And again and again, if you are polluting, then how can it clean? Whether you are spending the hundreds of crores or thousands of crores on the Ganga river, so it will not clean. Why? Because everyone is polluting that Ganga water. For example, the industrial waste effluents are releasing directly to the river, Ganga river. Not only that effluents of the industries, but also we are throwing that unwanted waste, domestic waste into it, the medical waste throwing, and the dead bodies. So many deaths will take place into that water. Not only that one, after burning that one dead bodies, the ash also releasing into it. And the Ganga, we are knowing that one in our India, the Ganga river is a sacred river. We are believing that the most sacred river in the world, it is a Ganga river. So if we are take a bath into that, means we are believing that our sins are furnished. But during that one, everyone is going and having a dip, and they are taking the bath. So it means how much we are polluting the Ganga river water. Even though we are want to be clean, we are not stopping to waste the water, but we are want to clean the water. So like the one going on, the river water is not clean, again and again it is efficient. So one thing is there, to use of natural resources for the sustainable management, to save, to conserve for long term for our next generation. So there are methods are there that is called as 5 R's. 5 R's plan. If we are following these 5 R's plan, then we will maintain, we will use better use the natural resources in a sustainable way, in a good way, and we can conserve it for the next generation also. Understood? So what is this 5 R's? The 5 R's, first R is refuse. The second R, reduce. The third R, reuse. The fourth R, repurpose. And the fifth R is recycle. So if we are following these 5 R's, we can protect our natural resources such as wildlife, water resources, and then forest resources, mountain resources, wildlife, petroleum, coal. These are all things we can protect, and it will be managed in a sustainable way if we are following these 5 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. Let me discuss one by one R. First one is refuse. The refuse, what to refuse? The unnecessary things which you believe that it gives harmful effects to you. That type of things you have to be refused to take or refuse to give. For example, the single-use plastic cover. We know that the single-use plastic cover is very dangerous to our environment. So better we have to be refuse this single-use plastic cover, plastic bags to the customers. We don't want to take from them and we don't want to give to them. So if we are refusing this type of unwanted, unnecessary, harmful things in our society, means we can manage the natural resources. As we know, the plastic is more dangerous. It is a non-biodegradable. It is not degraded. It cannot be decomposed. Whether you are throwing into the water, whether you are burying into the soil, or you are burn, whatever you do, the plastic is harmful to the environment. So that's why better to refuse that type of dangerous and unwanted things. Second, reduce. We have to be used. If we can't refuse that, sometimes when we are going out without taking any carry bags, we are taking that one. Better to reduce it. Using of more and more unwanted and unnecessary things, we have to be used less now. So if we are used less, then we can protect. For example, lights in our homes. So in a single room, we are switch on 2 to 3 lights, which is unnecessary. That purpose, the thing is can be done. The work can be easily done by using one single light, even though we are using 2 to 3 lights. It means we can reduce the use of electricity. At the same time, so wherever the leakage of pipes are there, water pipes are there, we have to be rectify it. If we are not rectifying, then the water will leakage, it will waste. So it reduce the leakage of water by rectifying it. Understood what I am telling? So like that one, we have to be reduce the use. If we are reducing, so we can protect the natural resources. For example, vehicles. In the single home, 2-3 vehicles, 2-3 motorcycles are there. So 3 members going in 3 different vehicles. Or otherwise 4 members going in 4 different vehicles. Instead of that one, in a single bike, we can go 2 members. We can protect that petroleum. We can save the petrol for the next generation. So like that one, you have to be reduce the usage. Then next, reuse. Reuse means what you used earlier, that the same thing have to be reused again. For example, that you carry the bag. From the market, you brought the bag, plastic bag, the polythene bag to bring the vegetables or fruits. Next time we have to be carry the same carry bag for next shopping. To bring the next vegetables or fruits, you have to be reuse that same polythene cover for the next purchasing. So like that one we have to be reuse. Understood? So for example, water bottles. From that market, from the stores, we are purchasing the water bottles. When it is completely empty, the water, so we are throwing. Don't throw that one. The same water bottle, use it again. Carry the water from your home by using the same water bottle. Like that one, we have to be reuse. Understood? Then next, repurpose. Repurpose means if you are using any thing for the one purpose, if the purpose is over, now you cannot use the thing for the same purpose, but you can use the same thing for the next purpose. For example, you are bringing them bottles, cans from the stores, general stores, for the oil, for the kitchen substances, you are using them. So that one is you can use for your domestic purpose to storing the grains in your home, to store the water, oil in your home. So like that one you have to be repurposed. One thing you can use for the second or third purpose also. For example, still some of the big plastic cans are there. You can use that plastic cans if you are cutting the mouth of the cans. You can use for that one flowering plants. You can grow the flowering plants in your home. So for that one pot plus purpose you can use that one. So like that way we have to be used for repurpose. The next purpose. Then next recycle. At last, if you want to do all this, if you've done all these things, then also the so many things are present, left behind. So that type of metals, paper, plastic, so many cardboards, so many other waste materials. So you have to be recycle. You have to be sent to the industries. The industries will melt it and they are preparing a new objects, new things, and they are sending to the market. So without wasting here, without harming to the environment, we can recycle the unwanted things. Understood? If we are following strictly, remember strictly by ourselves, not by the government telling so many things, even though we are not following. But remember, as a human being, I have to be follow my own. So I have to be strictly follow these 5 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. If we are following these things strictly, so we can use the natural resources in a sustainable way to protect it, to conserve it for our next generation also. Hope you understand. In our next classes, we will continue the lesson. Thank you, Neha.